Hey guys, it's D Money Bala. I've been married for a little over a year now, so I've put together this video to help you stay married. I've also included my wife's advice on this video so that you can have her perspective as well. Your partner is going to want hugs and kisses all the time. This is a dangerous road to travel. If you give them hugs and kisses daily, they're going to want more and more hugs and kisses. And you just don't have time for that. I suggest that you give them one kiss per week and avoid cuddling entirely, because cuddling leads to overheating, which is dangerous. If your partner will continue to insist on hugs and cuddles, I suggest that you give them a hug and hug them so tightly that they run out of air. This will show that you don't know how to cuddle nicely and will buy you some precious you time.
Make sure to show your lover affection by smothering them with hugs, kisses, and cuddles. Physical affection is very important to maintain a healthy relationship. Try to always greet your spouse with physical affection so that your interactions begin on a positive note.
Don't be afraid to fat shame. Now that your partner is off the dating market, they may start gaining weight. You need to fat shame them into eating what they just need to. Don't be afraid or upset when this tactic is used on you.
Cook meals for your spouse and make sure that they get seconds. This will assure that you get seconds too without having to feel guilty. Great food equals a spouse who feels loved. Food is the currency of any lasting relationship. Also, beware, hangriness is real. If your spouse seems irritable, put some food near them and then run away until the food has a chance to improve their mood. You will thank yourself later.
Words of encouragement are hard to come up with and will leave you feeling drained. Don't waste your precious time bolstering the enemy's confidence. The best defense is a good offense. Now get out there and fight.
You and your spouse are partners in life and are dependent upon each other to achieve success. Giving your partner words of affirmation on a daily basis will help build them up and help them be confident in their own abilities. I suggest that you say 4 to 5 affirming things for every critical thing you say to your spouse. That ratio will help your relationship feel positive and happy.
Never let your spouse choose where you're going to eat. This is going to take hours to let her decide, and you'll just end up at some soup place leaving hungry and angry.
Choosing where to eat should be a cooperative venture, and it should be fun. Both people should enjoy what they order. If choosing where to eat becomes a source of contention in your relationship, rotate who decides, and then support your spouse in their choice, even when it's horrible.
Try to get a deal where you can have 2 separate beds. You've been sleeping alone just fine up until now, so why ruin a good thing by sleeping next to somebody who can snore loudly and rip the covers off you in the middle of the night? Now I know what you're saying. My honey bucket won't tear the sheets off me in the middle of the night, but I'm here to tell you they will. It's easier to maintain peace, quiet, and a happy, healthy relationship from the comfort of 2 separate beds.
It is incredible how safe it feels to have someone sleeping beside you. I hated sleeping alone when I was single, and I am so happy to have that part of my life over and behind me. When you're married, you can depend on your spouse to warm you up when you're too cold to sleep. And they're there if you have a nightmare when you wake up, which is so comforting. The best thing is that they are there to protect you if there's a burglar in your house. Sleeping in the same bed is awesome.
When you find things that your partner is not fond of, you need to make sure that you can hide them from them. For example, my wife hates that I drink diet soda, so I need to do a few things. I need to have cash on hand so I can go buy soda without leaving a credit card trail. I also have to have a place to store that soda in the trunk of my car so that occasionally I can go out to my car and crack a cold one, something that I am passionate about. You need to be sure that you can execute covert operations for your passions that your partner isn't that fond of.
Trust is very important in a marriage. It's vital that you trust your spouse because you have to rely on them for so many things. Always be honest in your relationship. It can be very difficult to come back from a breach of trust.
Your spouse is going to want as much time of yours as they can get. They are super greedy for your time. You need to stand up for yourself. You should be able to take a hunting trip with the boys and not justify it to your spouse. I suggest that you fill your extra time with extracurriculars. That way, you have a small amount of time that you can spend with your spouse. The law of supply and demand dictates that they will pay a higher premium for this time. What that means for you is that you get to decide what you do together while spending time together.
Please make time for each other. It is vital that you continue to date your spouse even after you get married. A date night every week is a great way to reconnect after everything that's happened with work and school and kids and everything that life throws your way. Life can get busy, but never be too busy for your spouse.
You need to be 100% sure that who you're about to marry is who you want to marry. If you're newly married or unsure, get out while you still can. Have you seen A Marriage Story on Netflix? It's about how ugly a divorce can get. You need to watch that movie just to make sure that you want to get married, because it's a big headache if you need to get out.
Marriage is the best. I highly recommend it. Sure, you're gonna have some arguments, but it's worth it to have a partner in life. Life is so much easier with two people. The key to keeping your marriage alive and thriving is to choose your spouse every day. The first year will definitely be a bumpy road, but if you make the choice to love your spouse and to stay with them despite their flaws, your efforts will prove to be worthwhile. It's all about compromise and making sacrifices for the sake of your relationship. Remember, you aren't perfect, so you can't expect your spouse to be perfect either. Marriage is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I hope that all of you get married.
And
if
even
any of you
enjoyed,
are waiting to propose,
as long as
do
you
it now,
remain
because it
in
is the
control.
best. Is that D-Moneyballa? What have you been telling these people?
I am telling them everything that they need to live. Despite our views in this video, we do love each other. Please
Like
and
subscribe
to our channel.